In order to get hired as a virtual assistant, especially with higher paid jobs with premium clients where you get more hours and it's longer time, you know what those clients are looking for? Virtual assistants with experience, virtual assistants who know what they're doing. And that's why this episode is all about how to get experience as a new virtual assistant or a new VA. And this was requested by one of our subscribers. So thank you so much for the suggestion. It was a great topic recommendation. And if you can't tell by my smile, I am just looking forward to jumping in because I have so much to say in general when it comes to the VA world. So, how to get experience as a virtual assistant, as a new one specifically. Great question, first of all. Great question. And before I get into the how, because I am going to share at least five ways that you can get started, I want to say also that it is, and I say this with love, it is absolutely 100% your responsibility to get the experience. One of the things that who hires VAs for both my business, and then I have hired VAs for other companies as well, and we're talking 6 and 7 figure companies. One thing I do not like to hear, I'll do a separate video probably about this at a later time, God's willing. But one thing I do not like to hear in an interview, I do not like to see in an application, I literally will decline the candidate when I see this or hear this. And it is the phrase, "Oh, I'm a quick learner." That's beautiful. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. I genuinely am happy that you are a quick learner. That's a great skill. Here's the thing. Why should someone have to pay you to learn? Now don't get me wrong, there are some clients who, and they will normally put that in the application of the job post that like paid training is available. But if it doesn't say that, most people are not looking to hire a student. They are looking for assistance remotely. They are looking for someone who can come in and solve problems, not create one. They are not looking for someone who's going to slow down their business. They are not looking for someone they have to handhold. And I say this with love because I don't want you to go into another interview if you're doing it. And I don't want you to go into another job post or proposal telling someone you're a quick learner like that's an asset. It's not. If you don't know anything, let me rephrase that. If you don't know something, there is no shame in that. If you're not good at something, if you're not experienced at something, there is absolutely no shame in that. Just say that and move on. I'm not sure if somewhere in the 90s or something, someone started telling people to say, "Oh, I'm a fast learner," and maybe it worked for a time, but that time period is over. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. So before I get into how to get the experience, let me tell you what I do instead when I don't have the experience. So if you do want to get certain jobs that you maybe have some experience for, but not all of it, this is how you handle it. Okay. So in one interview I had a few years ago, and I worked with this client for at least like 7 months, right? So they asked me like about my experience, and I told them outright, I was like, admin, I got you. I can do. No problem. Tech, I can build your course. I can edit your website. Graphics, I said, if you want me to do your graphics, I can do, because this was one of those roles where it's like a general VA. So I was all of the departments. And I told them, I'm like, I can do the graphics, but it will take me a very long time because that is not my strong suit. And creating an image from scratch, a concept of a design from scratch, that is not my strong suit. So it will take me a very, very long time. That is one of my weakest areas. And I told them up front, because if they assign me any graphics, I wanted them to know, why is a logo or, a banner is taking 4 hours? One, I don't really want to do it because I don't like making graphics. I'm not the best. I used to think I was was okay. But then once you know better, you just want to do better, right? And I did not get the job because of that. You know what that client told me? He was like, oh, no worries. We have some designers on the team. I'll make sure they take care of that for you. It's okay to be honest. It's okay to just say, I have this. Yes, absolutely. 2 years. Nope, haven't done that. It's okay. And that sounds better than, oh, but I'm a fast learner. This isn't school. This is work. And there are a lot of business owners who do not want to pay you to learn. So don't say that. Okay. All right. Now back to the question at hand. How to get experience as a new virtual assistant. So many ways. So one way is okay, I won't start with that one. I'll start with ones that are completely free. So one way is you can just reach out to any friends or family members that you have, especially if they have a business, and say, hey, could I intern with you for a few weeks, a few months? Like whatever you are willing to do. If you're willing to give them 5 hours a week for a month, give them 5 hours a week for a month. If you're willing to give them longer. If you're willing to just give them 3 hours one time, give them 3 hours one time and just say, hey, I'm building my VA business. If you have anything admin, graphic, tech, whatever it is, you need a system set up, you need a document, you need an email, you need your website updated. I'm learning. These people, you can, be like really, really, transparent and say like, I don't know it, but I will, figure it out if you'll give me a chance. Right. But you just have to remember how to present yourself. It's not that you're ever being dishonest with the people who you're hiring, but it is your job to get the job. And you want to say things that's going to put you in the right light and not just disqualify you. Right. But if it's your friend, if it's your cousin, a local business owner that you may even just meet, right? Just offer. And I know some people might say, well, Angel, I don't have the time to work for free. Did you hear how loud that silence was? That silence was. So, okay, quick story. When I was a college graduate, I worked full time for 6 months for free. And in fact, I worked in the evenings to pay the bills that I did have, because my day job full time, I got paid $0, right? I was an intern at PBS. But what that did, what being willing to show up full time for 6 months did for me, was for years after that particular internship that I got. Again, I was a college graduate, so I didn't get credit for it, but I got the experience and I got a referral. I used that person as a referral for every job for about 7 years after. And that experience helped me get my first paying television job, which was at ABC 13. Here's the thing. I wouldn't have gotten hired at ABC 13 if I didn't have that experience at PBS, right? Because jobs, including TV stations, they don't want to hire you to figure it out. They don't want to hire you and take a chance that you can figure it out. They want to hire someone who knows what they're doing. And because I have been in TV for 6 months, they figure, okay, you know what you're doing. Come on over. And I'm not making this up. Like, I have been applying to them for a year, but it wasn't until after that 6 months that I had that experience that they actually returned my phone call or gave me an interview and responded to my application. So what I am telling you is, respectfully, be willing to put in the work. Like, if you don't have experience, you need to build the experience. And what you're going to sacrifice in giving someone 3 hours one time, or maybe, 4 hours for a whole month, Do you understand what that's going to give you in return? You're going to build your portfolio. You're going to learn how to communicate with people. You're going to learn new softwares. You're going to get more confident. You're going to be able to now show that you have the work, not just, oh, I took some course on Udemy, no disrespect to Udemy, but some course, or I watched some webinar and I have a certificate. What does a certificate mean? What have you done? What proof do you have to show? Well, if you've been working at for your friend for a month who has a massage parlor, and now you have experience with Canva, now you have experience with posting on social media, now you've helped her get a client, now you've created her calendar and improved her booking system on the back end, now you've set up her text message system, now you have skills that can help land you a job that will pay you $35, $45, $50 an hour. And all you did was sacrifice some of your time. So how to get experience as a new virtual assistant? Go get experience as a new virtual assistant. But seriously though, reach out to friends, family members, anyone you know who has a business. That is number one. And I recommend, even if you do some of the other strategies I'm going to share, do that one too. It really does make a difference. Me and my friend have talked about how, in my opinion, from my experience in this younger generation, I'm 37. I'm 37, by the way. But in this younger generation, so many VAs I have seen pop up on calls with me when I'm hiring, and they want 30 and they're asking for 30 an hour, and they don't have any experience. They can't show me anything. And I just don't understand it. So don't be that person, right? Have a portfolio, come with something to the table. Okay. So the next thing is be your own client. Be your own client, right? I see so many people hop on social media and on Facebook groups and share like, I'm struggling to get a client. Can someone help me? Because I'm really great at helping people get clients. And it's like, you may be, right? But then help yourself, right? If you are a virtual assistant, have you made yourself a website? Have you made yourself an email list? Have you made yourself a landing page? Have you made yourself a freebie that people can download, right? Have you made your own like little ebook where people can learn the 10 things, the 10 reasons why you should work with a VA and how they can help you save time in your business? What have you done for yourself that you can do for others? Have you set up a Acuity calendar or a Calendly calendar, right? A Bookify calendar for yourself? Do you manage your own Google Calendar and keep it organized? Do you have a system for your own Gmail and how you keep it organized? Treat yourself as your first client, and treat yourself like you pay yourself $6,000 or $12,000, like whatever level you're at, right? But treat yourself like you've just paid yourself a lot of money. Be your own best personal assistant, and then take screenshots of all of that and add it to your portfolio. Who's like, just give your company a name and put that on your resume. I mean, people can know if it's your company if they ask. And I'm not saying do anything dishonest, but honestly, if you have the experience and you've done it for your own company, it's still the experience. It's okay. I was in a coaching call of a program I'm a part of, and I was asking the coach a question, and you know what she told me? She was like, "You're a great coach. Coach yourself. Be your own client." And I was like, I kind of walked into that one, but she was right, and I did, and I coached myself, and God is so amazing that I got through exactly the hurdle that I was facing. So be your own client. And this is why I said I still want you to do the first strategy that I shared, but do this one as well, right? Okay. Another one is you can use social media. If there are any programs that you are a part of, any courses that you have bought, not only can you reach out to them to say, hey, I'm building my portfolio. I'd love to offer you, 2 complimentary hours. So that's one, but you can also ask them, I really like your brand and what you do. I'm building my virtual assistant practice, and I would love to work with clients similar to you and your brand. Do you have a referral for me? Right? And then you can even add the incentive, like for every person you refer, I'm happy to, just bonus you 2 complimentary hours for that referral. So that's something else you can do. One strategy, you can also in some of the same Facebook groups where this is allowed, you can just say, hey, revamping my portfolio as a VA, and I have 5 complimentary hours this month. Who would like to redeem them? All I ask is for a testimonial. Right? That's a strategy that some people post in Facebook groups or even on your feed, right? You can even do it in your Facebook or IG stories if you're active on those platforms. And then they get the hour and you get a testimonial, right? So that can be good. And this can be helpful too, because if you do really great work, they could just hire you, right? Because some people are looking for a VA. They're hesitant about paying someone, but when they see that you do well, they are more likely to keep you on. And then I will say the last strategy I will share is that on Upwork, there are sometimes jobs that don't pay as much. Okay. And you can just take a few of those just as a teaser, and you can let the persons know up front, right, that, hey, I won't be able to sustain this long term, but I'm building my experience. So I'm happy to, help you out on a, short term basis. Or it may just be a shorter job that you just take to just get your feet wet, right? So your first job doesn't have to be $50 an hour, right? Maybe your first job is $20 an hour, right? Maybe even, 15 if you are okay with that, right? But you just take it to get the experience, and you just ask them for a 5-star review specifically on Upwork. And then you leverage that now that you have hours, because some people won't hire you on Upwork specifically if you don't already have hours, because they don't want to take a chance. But you leverage that to help you get another client, right? Okay, how to get experience as a new virtual assistant. Let me know, is that helpful? Have you tried any of those? The last one I will say is some certification programs, as far as virtual assistants like mine, they include assignments along the way. So by the end of the program, you have a full portfolio. Like you have website, you have video edits, Google calendars, like everything. So you already got the experience, right? So that is also an option to sign up for a VA certification program that includes like the assignments built in. So by the time you graduate, you can actually go right into working and get paid for building and expanding your experience. The last one I'm going to say is just network with other VAs. And if for some reason it's harder for you to be your own client in VA groups and comments of even this video, network with other VAs and say, hey, I'm going to be your VA, you be my VA, because sometimes it's easier when you're a bit detached from the brand. And then you all help each other for a couple of months and really, really grow. Let me know if you have any additional questions on that. I will also say to end this video, because I don't want to make it too long, is that I want to share on what to get experience in, right? Because the truth is, you can start building your experience tonight by just getting in and doing it. Quick example. In one of my job posts, I gave you like test trial tasks. And I said to create a landing page with this information. And some of the people would say, oh, I couldn't complete this task because I don't have a Kajabi account. And they were eliminated from the hiring process. Not because I was trying to get free work from them, but because it showed how they limit themselves and how they think. Because the truth is, if I'm asking for a landing page in Kajabi and you don't have an account, you just create a free trial, right? I'm not asking anyone to spend money to apply for a job. Sorry. I'm not asking anyone to spend money to apply for a job. I'm more so testing your problem solving skills, because we want to only hire people who show up to solve problems, not necessarily cause problems, right? We want proactive people. We want people who take initiative, because that's been proven to work out the best, right? So for instance, with Kajabi, you can create a trial with Kajabi and create a landing page today. You can ask ChatGPT to create you some copy and just create a landing page, right? You can create a freebie, a lead magnet today. You can create a time block Google Calendar today, right? You can create a course on Teachable. Well, depending on when you're watching this, maybe you want to move that to tomorrow, right? You can create a website tomorrow. You can create a blog the next day, right? You can just take content from anywhere and get the experience. So what I'm telling you is, like, not all it's ideal when the experience is for a client or for someone, but the truth is all you need are the skills. A lot of things that I do, I was self-taught. I just spent the time to learn it, right? I spent the time to learn it, so I had the experience and I could step in and do the job. So what I'm saying is, while you can use all of the strategies that I share with you, what I would recommend is writing a list of the experience that you don't have, that you want to have, and then literally spend 30 minutes to an hour each day working on it and build your portfolio. Put in the work. I think one of the biggest things that I see that is not helping people is that they don't want to do the work until they're getting paid. But honestly, if you're not willing to do the work before you get paid, to me, that just costs you more in the long run. I've never been afraid or unwilling to put in the work when I wasn't getting paid. And I think that is part of the reason why I make what I make now, and I'm able to help other women make what they make. So I know we went a little bit longer, but I am telling you, if you really just take notes on this video and take action on what I've shared, it will help you so much. With that being said, at the end of this month, I have a masterclass that I am hosting called Become a High Paid VA. And I am going to take you through the 18 essential skills that you should develop to, again, make between $40 and $50 an hour and make six figures in the next 12 months, right? I'm going to tell you the one thing you need in an interview to get hired on the spot, right? If you don't want people who are going to be like, oh, well, it was nice talking. Can you put together a proposal and then we can talk about this again next week? Why do we need to talk again? Like, no, you go in the interview with this and you get hired on the spot, as well as what I say in an interview to stand out from other VAs. And then the last thing is how I think, because I have literally told a client that I was going to leave her and she said no. And I was like, well, you know, if your budget is tight, I can find someone cheaper than me. And she was like, no, I would make more money before I let you go, because it's not just what you do, it's how you think. And I'm going to be sharing all of that, because I don't hold back, if you can't tell, in this workshop. If you are serious about making more money this year as a VA, you do not want to miss it. So just reply Masterclass in the comments and we will get you an invitation. And of course, if you have a topic you'd like to see in future episodes, drop it below and we'll do our best to include it. Thanks for watching.